Hey, it's Nate from Big Haw Homestead. This week's video is going to be at the sawmill here. It has rained every day after work where I can't get anything done around here. But I was able to get it done. So you'll probably see every color shirt I own because I'd get out here and do 30 minutes of work, maybe an hour worth of work before it would rain or the conditions just weren't very favorable. So hope you enjoyed the video of us putting it together. I didn't go into a lot of detail. This isn't a how to do it, just more of our experience in building it. And she is off the trailer. We're just going to try to move it a little bit over here. Feels so sketchy, but those chains are so solid. It's about 1,000 pounds. The bucket capacity is almost 3,000, so it's not even struggling to hold it. Yeah, let's just put it there. And like that, it's done. Just gotta undo it. Alright, so we got it off, and we'll move that back somewhere. That was sitting up higher on the property because it ain't the best thing to use, but it came free with my DR when I bought it, so is what it is. And there's my pretty little 5155. Alright, so we're going to bring this trailer down and pick up the lumber, which will make the base. But we got to build the base so strong that that we can move it basically later, because this is going to be a temporary spot where we're going to stick it right now. This thing's got such a stupid neck because it's an old boat trailer basically. If I was to redo it, I would cut that neck down by about 3-4 feet and then put it back in again. And just like that, now we're down here by the truck. We're going to toss the wood on there. The truck couldn't make it up the slip and slide today into the yard because of all the rain. But we got a lull in the rain. It's going to rain a little later. Let's at least get the wood moved. Alright, lumber's on there. And we're making it out of the main rails. Where the rails go are going to be on these 4x6s, and then the 4x4s we're going to put underneath it for the footing. We have more of these hidden around here. That's not all we're going to use. So now to get it up there. Now to see how it handles the slip and slide. Like I said before, a lot of clay in our property, but this has definitely got better tires for the job here than the truck did. 550 does wonders. Tell you, it's pretty freaking sweet. All right, so we've decided on the spot. We're probably going to put it right between these trees here. It's hard to find level ground where we are. You can kind of see how it slopes down everywhere around here. So we're going to try to scrape it with a bucket, get it a little bit more level. The sawmill itself has the ability to level a lot, but I also don't want it to be so far off. There's tons and tons of adjustments. So here we go. All right, so we don't really have the skill set to probably do what we need to do here. There's another method of leveling I've done before, which is the tiller method. Basically, you till an area out and then you can rake it and level it. I've done that before. It's a little more work, but with the tractor, without a box blade or something to rip the ground and then maybe re-level it, I don't have any of the proper tools, and just using that bucket, we've got a bit to learn still for that. So we're gonna go to plan B. All right, well, we started it. Now let's see what we can get going. Hopefully we'll get the base, metal base put together and get the wood base put together. If time allows it, maybe we'll get it all together. But we're working on it. All right, so at this point, we've got the rail mostly put together, the feet are on it. Big accomplishment, and it actually takes about as long as people have said. I haven't done a lot of footage on us putting it together because honestly, there's 1,000 videos on YouTube with this particular sawmill getting put together. But now what we need to do is we got to put that base together, put the base over there, and then pick this up and move it over there. But we still need to tighten this down some and get it to square up a little bit better. But all in all, productive. I'm not unhappy about it. Should have this thing up and running pretty soon. So calling it for day one. Rails are put together. We need a couple of adjustments and stuff, but we're going to do most of that When we put it on here, we got this made. We have to add another bit here because it is 20 foot long. But that's the base it'll sit on. Should be pretty sturdy. And the rest of the parts are over there getting kept safe in case it rains tonight. So all in all, a good day of work, I would have to say. So we got that brought over here today and then realized we probably need some footers to try to make it easier to level out. We started putting the footers in here and then realized the slope is a lot more than we thought it was. So Xander came up with the great idea of, let's just lower this whole side down. Otherwise, we'll probably have to keep rising up on this side. So we're just transferring the dirt from that side over to here, which should take care of that slope. And we'll let you know if it works, but his idea, I think, is the right path. Well, we're running out of sunlight, so I guess it's another day, but it's supposed to rain for like the next 3 or 4 days, so I'll get it put together sometime. But pads, I got 6 more pads to go, but it'll be dark in like another 10 minutes out here, so that's it, folks. All right, we got all the pads down. We had to dig a bunch in there, but it's done. It's like 95% level probably, and we're gonna flip that back onto there, get that onto that, and that might be it for today, and see what we get done after that. But The Sawmill hopefully will be up this weekend, but we're going to see how weather is. It is so humid up here today. It's supposed to be some pretty bad storms rolling through here. And I mean, the rain is great, everything is green, but Lord, please give us just a little break. It is on its pad, and now all we have to do is build the saw portion. But again, like I say, weather's not our friend. It's thundering out there, and we're gonna go ahead and pull everything back in and call it a day. But it's looking good. Looking good. I am very pleased with the progress. Alright, so we've done the leveling. We're just doing a couple of fine tunes to tighten it all up. This is perfectly leveled. Now it's on to actually build the saw and get the saw mounted. So we're heading in the right direction.
should take it.
Looks like it'll do it.
Drop that other side down. That'll just spin. I think it might hit this pin. Nah, it should be good.
Want to keep an eye on it? Just yell at me.
Can I stand on this side?
We didn't lock it back in the position we did that. I don't think.
You're down. Cut straight.
Cut straight. All right, so I am. We ran it a few times. Runs pretty awesome. Learning some things. Gonna have to work some kinks out. Run a few more logs on here. But we cut something for fun. We weren't trying to be accurate at all with it. While it's not perfectly square, it's probably still more square than something you'd find at Lowe's. But it was fun to try to learn on this one. Small piece of lumber, nothing very big, but excites me for the potential of what this thing's actually gonna be able to do and the lumber we're gonna get out of it. So it's definitely a neat machine. It cut the wood like butter. I mean, it was pretty impressive cutting through it. Hey, this is Nate for the Big Haw Homestead, and appreciate you watching the video today about the assembling of the sawmill. I don't go into a lot of detail on it. I will probably do a small follow-up video to kind of point out some tips and tricks on actually when you build this thing. The instructions are okay. They're very small print. You can go find the actual large print version on PDF format on their site if you really can't see it. But we'll definitely go over it some more. With that said, appreciate you all watching. Like, subscribe, and have a good one.